What is up, everyone? It is Bowser0897 once again on another magnificent week. And in today's episode of Rant Time, we are going to be bitching about bad relationships, the wonderful world of dating and all its struggles, good and bad girlfriends, mostly the bad ones, the bad people who really screwed me and my friend over, mostly me because maybe I'm just that fucking terrible. I don't know. But what would you say, Nick? What was, if you could briefly explain your dating life so far, what would you call it?
Um, Single.
Single.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. But apparently near the end, you have something really important you want to say to everyone. Like,
Yes.
yeah, this guy is
Yes.
really mad about something. But for me, I have been in and out of relationships quite a while. Not a lot. I don't like jumping from one person to another. If I really go with someone, it has to be a really committed relationships. Most relationships I can't even talk about on here, even if I try to talk in code, because most likely people probably find out who I'm talking about. But there is this one girl I would want to go into. I guess I could briefly touch on her and talk about how weird this relationship was. For privacy reasons, we're going to call this person Sandy. So, Sandy, I met this girl online, actually. And we first met online. I forgot what it was. It may have been through Kik, may have been through Tinder, but we were relatively close. And we met a few times, and then she moved to Florida, sadly. And so, I was like, being young at the time, I believe maybe it was like 16, 17-ish, whatever. I try to keep this going. And throughout that, I started to notice weird things with their personality, especially during phone calls and texting. Like, was she losing interest in me or something? Like, I would never know. But I remember one day she texted me saying, hey, we need to talk. And I'm like, well, what is it? And I was like, I'm just losing interest. And I'm like, what do you mean? And like, well, I just don't like guys anymore. And then some things are going through my head. So like, so are you just done with me? Did I do something wrong? What do you mean you don't like guys anymore? And she's like, I just don't like guys at all. Like, I'm just not attracted to guys anymore. I think we need to break up. I want to start dating girls now. So now, she said, apparently this has nothing to do with me, but do you know how weird it is dating a girl and having them go gay and breaking up with you?
It's
Like,
pretty fucking weird.
yeah, like imagine being so just terrible that you cause the other person just to switch attraction to the opposite sex. Like, now that's brutal. But I was like, all right, whatever, at least it wasn't like a messy breakup. There wasn't cheating, any lying, At least she was being straightforward through text and voice. It's like, all right, do what you need to do. I understand. As years passed by recently, this person named Sandy, she started dating guys again. And I'm like, okay, so what the fuck are you? Are you bi? Are you gay? Are you a fucking infinity stone? Like, what are, I don't know what you are. Like, and then she's like, well, I just, I'm just trying things out. And I was like, what do you mean trying things out? If you're trying things out, like, whoa, just, you know what? I left Sandy alone, We still talk time to time, but, like, it's just weird. Like, it's just weird. I don't know what she wants. I think she's actually dating a girl now. Yeah, so she went from me to a girl to a guy to another girl. Like, I don't know. I don't even think she knows what she wants in life. But, she does hers. But, honestly, there's this another relationship I guess I could bring up. A more, scrutinous one. We're gonna call this girl... let's call this girl Emily. So, Emily, I met her at my school, high school. And she was nice. We vibed. We had some interests. Not much. Same subjects, history, all that. I mean, we tried our best to. Well, it was mostly me making all the moves, but I tried to find some things we had interest in. She's not really a heavy speaker. You know what I mean, Nick? You know those type of girls who really don't like to talk much at all?
Yeah.
But like they want you to keep talking to them. It was difficult because like you would be calling or texting most of the shit, and she would just be replying like a dead ass donkey. But point aside, so things are good. Things are good. You know, healthy relationship, no issues. You know, and throughout this relationship, I remember how we've had each other added on Facebook and other platforms. And one day on Facebook, I was just sending her probably memes or posts or whatever I was doing. And I was flirting with her a bit. And then I got this text back, Nick. I don't know if I probably told you this story before, but I remember this text message vividly. I think I still have it. She's like, "Hey, who are you? And why are you talking to my girlfriend like that?" And then I'm like, okay. You can probably see what's happening here, Nick, right? What's going through my head. I was like, is this really happening right now? Like, so being confused as shit, I text this guy's like, what do you mean? Who are you? And then he's like, oh, I'm Emily's boyfriend. And I'm like, but I'm her boyfriend. And then he's like, I've been with her for over 3 months. And I'm like, well, I've been with her for over 6 or 7. And then so we start to figure out what's going on, and then obviously me and him can't really be mad at each other. He didn't know I existed. I didn't know he existed. I can't blame the dude. He didn't do anything, you know. And so we talk. We try to figure out what we're gonna do, and we confront her. We confront Emily. And we ask, hey, so what the hell are you doing? Yo, who is this guy? Like what? We've been dating before you met him. And the guy actually took my side. I was like, yeah, if you had a boyfriend, why didn't you tell me this? And, being Emily, being, ashamed and not wanting to take ownership for her own fails, she tried to lie it off. She tried to tell me that she didn't know who he was, and that he was just stalking or something. But like I wasn't buying it. Like no one's retarded, Nick. Like no one was buying that crap she was telling people. So I don't know what it was, but he left and we ended up staying together. Like I gave her a chance. I know that was probably my biggest mistake because cheaters never stop cheating. People who don't learn from the mistakes are doomed to repeat it. History, you know the old saying. But she begged, and I gave her another chance. Like, all right, fine, please, just be more honest. So, a year and a half passed. Big jumping gap in time, right? You think things are normal, things are good, but no. Yeah. We're I believe I made her a present for Christmas or her birthday. And when I gave her this present, her friends apparently didn't recognize me entirely, but they pointed out someone else in the video of this video present I made for her. Won't get too much details about this, but basically it had me and some other of my friends in it. And apparently her friends didn't recognize me, like, because when I texted one of her friends out of the blue, asked about the present, she saw it, and then she's like, I don't remember who you are. You're not her boyfriend. Who are you? And I was like, what do you mean? And then in that video, she was telling other people that I was some other guy, and she was actually ashamed to tell people who I really was. But that's just the icing on the cake. I also found out she was also cheating on me again. And at that point, I was like, all right, I have to skedaddle. I can't do this anymore. So I'm just going to get out of here. And, I left that relationship and just, I don't know what it is. I just have really bad luck with people. That's why I kind of don't date anymore, because it's probably not best for me. But, those are just girlfriends entirely. I haven't even touched on relationships that don't even spring up yet. So me and Nick were talking recently. There was this girl in my business class in my college, and there's this girl that sits behind me. I won't say her name, but I found her interesting. She had a similar personality to mine. She doesn't really talk much, but she's smart, studious, and she's just really, she really laid back and chill. I was like, all right, well, let me try getting her number. And and we were talking. You know the number one mistake, Nick, when it comes to the number approach.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please tell our viewers what that mistake is? I'm pretty sure we all know what it is.
Guys, don't give the number.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have fucked up that rule so many times. I cannot begin to tell you how many people I have gave my number to first. And I've noticed every single one never texts me back. Never. And then I'm like, fuck. It's terrible. And then when it comes to apps like Tinder, Match, fuck, I don't know what kind of apps are out there, but what you know what I mean, online dating. It's like dating apps went from actual casual hookups to just, okay, I can't wait to get laid. You know what I mean? It's just times has changed. And now, when it comes to people in my university and people I've been dating, I'm just a third wheel in every single relationship. I'm always witnessing other people's success, and then they invite me. It's like, oh, hey, you want to come along? It's like, sure, why not? I'll just sit here, watch you guys bitch, argue, complain, kiss, and do whatever. And I'll sit here twiddle with my fucking thumbs like a dumbass I am. But... those basically my take on relationships. They're never good. I guess the only advice, if I could give any, just honestly, just focus on yourself. If you find someone, let them come to you. It's just either I'm probably doing something completely wrong, but I don't know. Nick here hasn't even had anyone yet, so maybe I'm doing better. But Nick, you said that you had something to say. You had a big story you want to go into, or a big ass rant.
Yeah, I got some shit. I'm gonna drop a pipe bomb. Okay.
All right. Well, please drop a pipe bomb on everyone. I'm curious to see what you have to say.
So pretty much, right? So here's what it's like. Okay. So there was one. I was in one. Keep in mind, relationship in my entire life.
Okay. I see you.
Mainly because this one girl, I quote unquote thought liked me back for who I was, and that's pretty much gonna be the theme. All these people liking me back for who I am. That's the whole theme here. Anyways, so I'm in this relationship, right? And then started in summer, and it ended in December before Christmas. In that span of time, I would say when school started back up, I find out that from a couple friends of mine that she's talking with this other dude. So I figure out over time that this other dude is the quote-unquote backup. Okay?
Backup.
The backup. If something happened.
Wow.
So with that being said, I find out as well, as time went on, and this is November, some shit, late November. Mm-hmm. I find out that she likes the backup more than me.
That's fucked up. I know people who do that. They have one guy they're talking to, then they have a fallback in case that one doesn't work out. That's so messed up. At least put the effort into that one person. But go on.
So then, after a couple weeks, I fucking end it, And then what happens? When school starts back up in January, she fucking is dating that dude. The backup is now the main one.
So basically, you just got cheated out, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
and this event leads on to other events afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking to myself after this relationship, okay, I'll just move on to someone else. They'll like me back for who I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I try to move on. I do my best to, try to find the girl to like take out onto a date, or at the time go to a school dance, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, a good time out. A good time out.
Yeah. But every single time that I would always try, it would always be some form of rejection, regardless of like what it was. Sometimes it'd be like, I can't have a boyfriend. Okay, that's
Yeah,
understandable.
that's understandable. That's
Some of that
admirable.
is bullshit because I find out that after that, like maybe a month after I would ask saying they have a boyfriend, they would have like 2 months down the line, they would have a 1 month anniversary like post on social media. I was just like,
Wow.
really? You didn't have a fucking relationship then. That just doesn't make sense because you weren't posting shit.
So
Like,
basically, yeah, they were probably
yeah,
either they're lying to not obviously go with you, or they're probably lying to not hurt your feelings. But then again, like, just be honest. Like,
yeah, like I'll take honesty more than just saying, "Hey, I have a boyfriend," any day. Okay, if you
because
say
then once
no,
you
you're
find
fucking
out,
ugly.
yeah,
I mean, I'll take it like a man. I mean, it's gonna be bullshit either way, but at least I'll understand why you're rejecting me.
yeah, Jesus Christ, I understand where you're coming from, man. It's just like you're trying to put yourself out there, and just people are just not being genuine, and then I don't know what girls want anymore. I don't know. Is it the money? Is it the looks? Is it the clothes? Is it how many fucking chest hairs you have? Like what the fuck is it?
I'm
I don't.
pretty sure it's all the above.
Let's
Like,
get.
okay, so here's what it's like. So you see on memes like, oh, if you're not over 5'9", have a four-figure job, or like a
You're not
fucking
related to
white
Elon
BMW or
Musk.
some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not basically Elon Musk, then you could just go like go to hell. Like that's what they're saying. I'm just like, okay, well, you're not gonna find like a man that's gonna like you back just with those qualities. Like, he'll be the biggest douchebag. Chances are, if you
Basically.
have all those
I'm
qualities.
starting to notice a lot of people are dating more douches than anything, and then they wonder, and then
Mm-hmm.
they complain about their relationships. Yeah, there's I will not say any names. There's two people I know, two very very good people, I know, but the relationship is toxic as fuck. Like it does not make sense. I don't know how she puts up with it. He yells, cusses, and insults her for the most trivial things, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like that's your girlfriend. You don't speak to her like that. Like she's not a dog. And then like we're it just makes no sense to me because like you would think some people would have some more decency. Like you would think more people would want others for their personality, but it's not like that anymore. Times have changed. Times have definitely changed, and
And then you wonder why they become heartbroken after that quote unquote
exactly,
relationship doesn't work.
exactly. And then you're like, well, I fucking told you, and then they don't listen.
Yep. And then you're just sitting there like on the sidelines in the peanut gallery, like, hey,
Yeah, and
that
then
wouldn't have fucking happened. I would have at least stayed faithful instead of cheating on your ass.
yeah, and then you know what's worse? You know what's the ice on the cake? After they break up, and then you try to pick them back up and offer a true relationship, they deny you, and then they make the same fucking mistake again. And I'm like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
do what you want. Like I can't anymore. I just, oh my god. Listen, man, I think we could honestly probably even do a part two to this one day, depending on how time goes. But we're almost about to hit the 20-minute mark. Well, like episodes like these, they could be either long or very short, depending on how much we want to go into detail. But we brushed over a bit. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Um, let's see. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about,
Go on,
right?
go on,
And
go on.
it won't take long. We probably won't need a part two because this will be like my last rant
All right,
bullshit,
go on. I'm
the last
curious.
part of the pipe bomb. So you know how sometimes like you become like after all those experiences you become like hesitant and some shit
Mm-hmm.
to like just fucking go in.
Yeah, that's me every day.
Yeah, pretty much like it goes back to like the forms of rejection. Like you're just like, okay, if they're just gonna reject me over and over again, why the hell would I just keep trying?
Yeah.
Like there's no point to
Oh no, yeah, I feel you.
if the same if it's a complete fucking cycle. All right,
A lot of guys
it's
feel
just
that
bullshit.
way. Yeah, a lot of guys feel that way.
It's just like I don't know. It's just fuck. It pisses me the fuck off just thinking about it and talking about it.
Yeah, because like you're genuine. You don't smoke. You don't do drugs. You don't get yourself fucking locked up. You do get grades. You have a car, and you're not like excluding the car. It's not even about the materialistic or property things. Like you consider yourself a really marketable person. Literally, I have to say the word marketable because like it almost comes down to that. But you're not getting any takers. Like no one's willing to take the like. People are going with the guy with the do rags and smells like beefy, oily cocaine meth dipped in cheese sauce, rather than the guy who has a suit and tie, has some genuine, nice personality traits, and you know which one they pick, obviously, right? It makes no sense, but
They pick the asshole. It breaks their heart.
yes, with the
Bullshit.
with the cheesy fucking sauce. I know that doesn't make sense, but just go with it. But man, yep. But maybe in the future we will both get lucky. Maybe you'll finally get someone. Maybe I'll finally get someone in person who isn't gonna treat me like fucking Monopoly money, just tossed away. But well, I mean, like I said, I've said my 2 cents. How about you?
I think I'm done.
Yeah, but I
I'm
think
fucking
you.
pissed, but I'm good.
Yeah, you may need some Tylenol after this. But I guess next week, the following Thursday or Friday, I guess we should touch on the Walking Dead. I don't know what's going on with them. I heard something in the news how the creators pulled the game. So many actors have left the series. The controversy. I mean, what? They're on season 9 right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, The Walking Dead used to be my favorite show. Still is. It just, let's be honest, like, it's declining, man. It's declining. It's getting really hard to touch on it. Maybe we can touch on it a little bit. But, Nick, if you have nothing else to say, I guess we could wrap this almost 23-minute episode. Anyway, guys, I am Bowser0897. Have a good one, and we will see you guys next week as we bitch about The Walking Dead and where that TV show is headed, if it's headed anywhere. I'll catch you guys in the next one.